Hey everybody, it's the Daily Bern. Come on in. We're going to start in just a minute, making sure we're up and ready and running right everywhere, and then we'll get started. Come on in, like and share. We'll start in just a minute. Hey everybody, come on in. Daily Burn time. We're going to start in just a minute. I was having a little trouble with Periscope, but I think we're good now. I think we're up everywhere now. Facebook is giving me trouble again, but I'll come back to Facebook later. It locked up on my end, but I'm probably still streaming. If it's buffering on Facebook, stick with it because the audio usually stays good in that situation. But I'm going to bring me up on the screen, so I guess you can't even tell if it's buffering yet. But hey, everybody, it's Sean. Come on in. It's the Daily Burn. We're going to start in just a minute. This is the war room of the political revolution. We gather here every day, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m., and we talk about this fight that we're in. We talk about this revolution. We talk about what's happening. We talk about relevant news if it applies to us. But we talk like winners because we are going to win. We are doing what it takes to make real change happen right now. It's happening right now. And now is our time. We don't want to wait. We can't wait. This cannot wait. This has to happen now. So come on in. Please like and share. Get this out. Invite your friends. This is the Daily Burn, and this is a motivational show for the political revolution. I wanted this to be a place where we could gather and draw inspiration and inspire each other. And I hope that we've done that. I hope that that's what is being created here, because that's the goal, and that's what I'm setting out to do. And it didn't exist, you know. There was good independent media. There is good independent media. If you search it out and find it, you can find it. But they only want to talk about how rigged it all is. Well, yeah, it's rigged, and we know that, and we understand that. But we've got to overwhelm it with our numbers. That's the way change happens. When millions of people stand united. That's just historically true all throughout time, not just American history, world history. When the people stand united, they win. Look what's happening in Ecuador. Well, you'd have to really look again and find your own media to find out something like that. But these protests, like in Hong Kong, massive protests. In France, massive protests. And that's getting things done. They're accomplishing things with that. And that's what it takes. But think about civil protests, the civil rights movement, women's rights, all of these things. They were all done, unions, by people standing in solidarity, standing together, and speaking up to power. And that is the way we're going to do it. And we are going to do it. We're going to win. I have full confidence in that. And I don't say that as any type of inspirational person, even though I'm attempting to host a motivational show. I'm not an optimist. I believe in the power of belief. I believe that we can make this happen. And I believe this is the way it happens and the way it's always happened. So, in a lot of ways, it's easy for me to believe in, but in a lot of ways, it's hard. I build myself up to do this show. Before I come out and talk to you guys, I get myself ready. I don't want to address you if I'm not ready, because what I wanted this to be and what I hope it is a positive place for the revolution, a place where we talk about how we're going to win. because we need to believe that in our mind. We need to believe it. Belief is very powerful. Belief is a very powerful thing. We can win this, but believing it is going to inspire others because we're going to radiate that belief. You know, it's going to come off of us in waves, and that's going to bring people into our fight. That's the kind of thing that is going to get people involved, is that belief and that inspiration. And we do that. We do all of that right now. You can make the change and be the change that you want to see starting right now. We don't have to wait for our part of this fight. Hey, Royce, good to see you. Not me, us. Exactly. This is not about Bernie Sanders. This is our revolution. You know, not me, us, and our revolution, those aren't just clever branding names that the Bernie and the movement went with. They chose those names because they literally explain exactly what this is. This is a fight. The people are fighting to take back their country. Royce says Bernie's rally in New York was amazing. Bernie's rally in New York with AOC was phenomenal. It was spectacular. The pictures of it are amazing, and the video and the pictures all match up, and they do each other justice. It's inspirational. Like 30,000 people. The official number is 25.8 something. Showed up to watch a politician look like a rock festival. Their permit was for 20,000 people, and they estimate the overflow was between 5,000 to 10,000 people to see a politician speak. Bernie inspires people. Bernie inspires millions. Bernie is what's going to make this change real, because electing Bernie will inspire millions of people. Not because electing Bernie ends the fight. Our fight doesn't end with electing Bernie Sanders. We are going to elect Bernie Sanders, but that is just one thing that we're going to do. We're going to change this at all levels. Like even my Babels, my wife, is an alderman now. She ran for local government. I want to run for mayor. I want to run for mayor of this town eventually. We all got to get involved. Run for school board. Run for everything. Get involved. Be part of it. Because you can't complain if you're not active in it. And this is the way democracy works. This is what democracy looks like. We've just never been trained or taught how to participate in democracy, how to fight. But we're doing it right now. Bernie has laid fantastic groundwork and set this plan in motion. All we have to do is all that we can. And if we keep doing that and we stay united moving forward, we will win. And that's a fact. That is not me selling you a pipe dream. That is not Bernie selling you a pipe dream. And watch that rally in New York. Watch the confidence that the campaign and all their surrogates demonstrate. Listen to Nina speak. Listen to Killer Mike. Killer Mike wasn't in New York, I don't think. Or was he? I can't remember, but I just watched a lot of videos and Killer Mike was in a lot of them. So I don't remember. I'm getting things confused. But watch AOC in New York. Watch the confidence coming off of these people. They see change. They see, for Bernie, something that they've been fighting for 40 years coming to light. It's happening right now, and we're all part of it. And that is very exciting. But it's also a lot of responsibility, and we have to remember that that responsibility is real, and do the work, because this is our fight. And no one can do it for us. We have to do it. So we have to take full ownership of it. And when enough of us do that, we'll win. We will overwhelm them. There's nothing they can do. And we will reach that point. It only takes 3% of a population to have a successful revolution. 3%. That is an attainable number. We're not that far from that number. We have 3 million volunteers right now, currently. 1 million individual donations. You know, million individual people that have reached into their pocket and donated to this revolution, to this fight, to help get Bernie elected president, to fight back and change this system. We can do this. We have just got to believe it, fully believe in it, and go forward fighting. No matter what they do, no matter what they throw at us, no matter what happens, keep moving forward united, doing all we can, and we will win. There's absolutely nothing they can do to stop us. That is a fact. And we have reached that point, and they know it. Watch the campaign. Watch Bernie, watch AOC, watch Nina. Listen to what they're saying, but listen between the words. Watch their action, their body language, the way they're talking. We are destroying this. We're really doing awesome. I'm super proud of us. You know, as a volunteer and as an activist in this fight, it excites me to see what's happening and to see that we're winning because I was in this in 2016 as well, you know, as a volunteer and as an activist. And I was streaming at the time too. So I was trying to get the word out, making little videos, doing whatever I could. And I saw everything that happened and I experienced it. But in hindsight, when we look back on it, if we're really honest with ourselves, we are in a much better position now. Things are very different now. And the work that Bernie has done since 2016 to become the best known politician in this country, the biggest name in politics, and the most well liked. He is the most favored politician in this country. He has put us in a fantastic position, a winning position. We can do this. That's what I talk about every day on this show, and that's what we gather here to talk about. So we do this every day at 7 because, like bathing, motivation doesn't last. So you need to do it daily. You know what I mean? And I wanted there to be something like this. So I made one up. And I'm doing the best I can. Hopefully you dig it. We're growing. We're growing in audience. It's exciting to see that. There's a lot of people here right now. There's 43 people here right now. That's exciting. This has been going on for about 150, 160 episodes. We're going to celebrate when we hit 200. We celebrated at 100. But I just started doing it. And it's gotten better over time. And I'm glad to see it's catching on because it needed to exist. Someone out there besides Bernie, a regular person, telling you, hey, this is what we need to do. We're doing the right thing. Keep going. Keep moving forward. Don't back down. Don't stop. Don't quit. Because this is what's going to make change happen. This is what has always made change happen. Don't take my word for it. Look at history. And what we're doing is beautiful, really, when you think about it. And it's going to be looked back on historically as the moment when the real change that changed the direction that we're heading, which is a collision destruction course that we're on. We're heading for disaster if we keep going the way we're going. And so we can't allow it to continue. You see what I'm saying? This is our time. You know, I was going to play a clip, but I get banned every time I play a clip of Killer Mike, who is one of my favorite of Bernie surrogates. And he was talking about how it's our time. This is absolutely our time. And Herbert says it's freezing. I apologize for that. We're getting a better computer. I delivered the money to the guy today. He's ordering the parts, and we should have it within a week or two. I thought it was going to happen a little sooner, but I didn't know the parts weren't even ordered yet. He's building it. It's custom. So Roy says we are Bernie's media. That's right. And this is a grassroots little show that I made up for myself, and I put it out, and hopefully it grows and people enjoy it. But we have to do stuff like this. Not exactly make a show, but share the truth, get it out there, inform people, spread the truth, be the media. Because the mainstream media, the regular media, what's on TV, is weaponized propaganda. They're going to lie, they're going to distort the truth and twist reality. So we have to fight that. And we have to realize that's our job. That's what we do. We fight that. We're the media. That's what that means. So sharing truth, informing people, doing all of that, that is fighting. It's weird, right? You've never been taught. And the situation we find ourselves in is weird, with a media that's dishonest and distorts and hides the reality and the truth, discourages the truth, pushes the truth aside, drops it in the algorithm, suppresses it. It's sad. It's a sad reality that we live in, where they have these fake manipulated polls that are unreliable and just garbage and made up and proven time and time again to be unreliable. They told you in 2016 that Hillary Clinton was going to slaughter Donald Trump, that it was going to be a landslide victory. It was going to be embarrassing, they said. Was it? Is that what happened? The media has shown you time and time again that they are not to be trusted. They cannot be trusted. So I don't pay any attention to their polls. Even the ones that are favorable to Bernie, I pay no attention to, because we are the front runner by far. You can take Elizabeth Warren and her front runner status and cut that by 1/64th. That's how much support she actually has. I would buy that. They want to convince me that she has more support than Bernie Sanders. You're selling the biggest lie I've ever been told. That is ridiculous. Where's Elizabeth Warren's 30,000 person rally? Where's this massive invisible support? But the media will keep spreading that lie. They will keep trying to convince everyone that Elizabeth Warren has this support that she doesn't have. Elizabeth Warren is a loser. And if y'all allow her to be nominated, she'll lose. So would Joe Biden. So would Kamala Harris. Any establishment shill will lose to Donald Trump. The only one up there that can beat Donald Trump is Bernie Sanders. So if you're voting out of fear and you're not voting for Bernie Sanders, you're not doing yourself any favors, because if you pick anybody else, you're choosing to lose. We have a guaranteed winner. And people say we're being the crybabies, we're being stubborn because we're Bernie or bust. No, we vetted the candidates. We made our decision, and it's an informed decision. You need to become part of it or get out of our way. You see what I'm saying? You were proven, it was proven to you in 2016 that you need us. So either get on board or sit down. Let us handle the primaries. Let the grown folks pick the best candidate and then get back involved afterwards, once we've done that, and then move forward with us. But for now, since you don't care and all you worry about is Donald Trump, sit this out or vote for Bernie. Vote in your own best interests. Quit voting against your own best interests. That's what the media is there to convince you to do. And they do a fantastic job of it. They do a tremendous job convincing people to vote against their own best interest and to look in another direction when something's happening over here. That's what they're there for, to distract and divide. Royce says only the original one will beat Trump. Bernie Sanders. Bernie's the only one that can beat Trump. If you want to beat Donald Trump, you need to first understand that Donald Trump has massive support. He really does. And Republicans are fiercely loyal. So a lot of Republicans will swallow their pride and vote for Donald Trump anyway. And he has a lot of support outside of that. So any establishment shill that you put up against him will lose, because it's been proven already they can't win. That real change needs to happen, and none of these people represent that change. None of these people are going to fight for that change. Elizabeth Warren doesn't inspire anything in me to believe that she would fight for any of this stuff. Even her backwards half walk back version of Medicare for all that she won't even admit would increase taxes, even that she won't fight for that. She doesn't stand for that. She'll buckle on every bit of it. She doesn't have a backbone or a spine, and she's proven it to us time and time again. So no one's going to support her. She has no real support, and what you're being shown is manufactured and fake. It's made up. It's pretend. And The media should have proven that to you time and time again, but if you need it proven to you again, it will be proven if you let it happen. So don't let it happen. Please believe us. Please listen to us. Please understand that this is the best way to go. And this change needs to happen and needs to happen now. We cannot wait for a better opportunity. A better opportunity is not coming along. This has to happen right now. We must win this. So it does us no good to think like losers. And we're not losing, we're winning. So exude that confidence and ditch this desperation. I understand how bad it is, but what we're doing is going to be a nuclear strike to the establishment power structure and the greed-driven system that is holding us back and help us to tear it down. This is going to lay the groundwork for massive change. It's going to inspire millions of people. Electing Bernie Sanders is a really big deal. We really need to accomplish this part of our fight. And then we need to keep fighting moving forward and realize that we have to be vigilant. We have to stay active. We have to stay in this fight. Because if we don't do this, it don't get done. If we don't do this, it don't happen. This is ours, 100%. This is our fight. And we have to take responsibility for that and own it. And, you know, a lot of us are. Like I said, 3 million volunteers. You may be one of them. There's a lot of them, and it's growing every day. We'll reach 4 million. Trust me, we will. And someone was nice enough to do the math on what 3% is. I think it's only like 11 million. So we almost have half of that in volunteers. Well, like a quarter of it, but whatever. We're killing it. We really are. So just know that. And don't allow the media to break you, because that's really all they're trying to do. They're trying to distort the truth, convince the average person that Elizabeth Warren or Joe Biden or, you know, Kamala Harris, if Warren implodes too, has real support, which they don't, because they want you to believe anybody but Bernie Sanders is winning this thing. They're really going to do all they can to convince you that anybody but Bernie's winning, but we know the truth. And just live in that truth and push and fight in that truth and inform yourself. You're not going to be able to sell these policies to people and explain these things to people if you don't understand them. So get the Bern Notice, subscribe to the Bern Notice. The Bern Notice is the official newsletter of the campaign. They take all the news and information that we need to know that's relevant to this fight and this revolution, put it all in one place. And they also have original content. It's really good. And they update frequently. So subscribe to the Bern Notice. Another way to stay informed with Bernie events is to text the word Bernie to 67760. That is the official campaign texting service. And that will enroll you to get messages, and they text out everything that's relevant to the revolution and then things that are relevant to just your area. So it's specific even to you, and it's in real time. And it was a very valuable tool in 2016. I'm sure it will be again, because they would give out fraudulent information to the voters and tell them wrong places to go. And we were able to talk to them and tell them the right place to go and correct that information in real time. But something else that you can do, and I ask that you do this, and the campaign is also asking that you do this, and you can do this at berniesanders.com. That's in the description. Get a bumper sticker. They're very nice. They're really good bumper stickers. They're the vinyl kind and not the paper. You know, these are the nicer kind. And I've tested it. They are removable from a window, not paint. I would never put it on my paint. I'm big on not using bumper stickers. I'm going to go ahead and admit that. I'm not as bad as my uncle. My uncle had very nice vehicles, but you weren't allowed to touch them. And he even took the logos off and when he put them in storage and like kept all that separate and everything was pristine. I'm not like that, but I've never had a bumper sticker before, but now I have two and they are on my back window, but there's plenty of room for bumper stickers on your back window. So even if you don't want to put one on your paint, You can put it on your window, and they're fantastic. I am amazed every day at how many conversations and how much excitement is driven by that bumper sticker. How many honks, how many people say, "Hey, is that your car out there? Is that your Bernie car?" It's just amazing. And people like to see that. And the campaign even asks you to do it. On the back of the bumper sticker is a letter from Bernie about how people need to do this. They actually call it bumper sticker. What do they call it? Bumper sticker support is what they call it. So, like people seeing bumper stickers, that's just good. And that's the kind of excitement that's going to inspire people and bring them into the fight. People are They need to see that. They want to win. They're not bad at heart. They're being told by the lying media that some other way is the best way to go. They're being told that this is unrealistic, that Medicare for all is unrealistic. They're not being told that it's very doable and done all over the world. They're not being told that. They need to be told that by us. We have to realize that's our job and our responsibility. Millicent says now they're pushing Pete. Are they? They pushing Pete. Pete's very polished. I kind of sorry, my eyes are blurry. That new light is so bright. It looks good though. Like the really improves the look. Like I look alive now. I used to look kind of dead, but now I look alive. But it's so bright. It's like the sun, and it's right in front of my face, and it's just blinding me. But Millicent says they're pushing Pete now. I haven't noticed. I haven't looked at the mainstream media very much. Today I was researching because tonight at 8 is the Hindsight News Show. That is my new news show that's going to be on every Monday at 8 o'clock. And I've been researching for that. So I was looking into the stories that I'm going to cover tonight on there. But that's what I've been doing. And I haven't been looking at much mainstream media. But, that makes sense because Elizabeth Warren is weak. She's not a winner. And it surprised me really when they threw their support behind her when Biden imploded. And Biden really imploded a long time before they backed off of him. They're still trying to say that he's polling much higher than he really is. Reality is much different than what they show in the media. And that's why I pay no attention to it, and you shouldn't either. Don't let that propaganda affect you, especially not emotionally. Don't let it get in your head. That's what it's for. But thanks for watching, guys. I got to wrap up early today because I got the Hindsight News Show coming up at 8. But come back for that. We're going to talk about the Ecuadorian protests. We're going to talk about Julian Assange and his extradition hearing that was held today, or the hearing about his extradition hearing that was held today, and some other news. We're also going to talk about Elizabeth Warren, Tulsi Gabbard, different things. Show up for that. So that's going to be fun. We're doing that at 8 o'clock. Thanks for watching. This is the Daily Bern. We do this every day at 7, and we will be back tomorrow for another episode. So if you dug it, if you like this, and you found it inspirational and pumped you up, come back tomorrow because we're winning, we're crushing it. And we need to inspire each other. We need to pump each other up. We need to be there for each other because it's frustrating. And we understand how bad things are and how important it is that we win. So keep your mind right. That's what this show is for. Keep your mind right. Focus on that because we're winning. Don't worry about that part. And the campaign is doing fantastic. Bernie is back out there. Bernie's very healthy, and he's back out there fighting. They're going to do a great job. We do our part, we will win. We're going to win. We are. I fully believe it. But thanks for watching, guys, and keep fighting out there. I see you out there, and I'm proud of you. We're doing great. Keep fighting. I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of the Daily Bern, and tonight at 8 for Hindsight News. Thanks for watching.